Hello everyone, my name is Anna and today I would like to tell you about a religion called Voodoo. Not everybody knows, but Voodoo is an actual religion and is being practiced in Benin, Dominican Republic, Ghana, Haiti, Togo, and various centers in the United States where originally Haitian refugees have settled. Um, so Voodoo today it's the result of pressures of many different cultures and ethnicities of people that they were brought from Africa um, during their during the slave trade. Also, Voodoo incorporated a lot of elements of Roman Catholic liturgy because it was a forbidden religion during the 18th and 19th century, and masters were fascinated and then very fearful of different, I'll say, weird rituals that they were seeing from the slaves, and they forbade them from any religion gathering, and put penalties that were included sexual disfigurement, burial alive, um, and many others. Slaves have to hide their rituals. They have to pretend that they have to incorporate the prayers into these work songs, and also a lot of masters they baptized the slaves as they believe they have to kill their something animal that were in them. Um, so the slaves wanted to continue practice their religion, and they try to find similarities and hide their religion behind the Catholicism. So in our beliefs, in the beliefs of Voodoo, includes that this it's a spirit possession. So the main central belief is a spirit possession. They believe that person is getting possessed by many different spirits, and they have to serve the spirit, and they can send messages to the spirit, communicate with the spirit, and cause good or bad things happen to people through the spirit. They believe that there is only one God, and his name is Bandi. This God is very similar to the God of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. But however the God is one, they have many different spirits, which they call Loa. Spirits of family members, spirits of major forces of the universe, spirits of good and bad, spirits of reproduction and their health, and many other aspects of their life. So they believe that Loa is interact with people, and also Loa is mounts people. Mounts, they refer to person being possessed by spirit. The rituals include different ceremonies that could be either public or private. Most of their public ceremonies held outside and include extensive drumming and intensive dancing. I'm sorry, and almost all of the rituals has animal sacrifice. Animal being sacrificed the humanly way, and by sliding the throat, then the blood being drained from the animal, and one of the possessed dancers usually drinks the blood. Public one of the most common public ceremonies called Fete Folwa, and in this ceremony can be referred as party of spirits, or spiritual party, and they people just gathering together, they dancing, they doing sacrifices, and they serve the spirit. Another very common ceremony or festival they called Harvest of Yams. It's a manje yam, so it's a harvest of yams that is usually 2 days long, but there's no set date for the ceremony, and it could be started when the best yams are harvested, and those yams they choose the best, and there are certain types of yams, and then they kind of dedicate it to certain spirits. In other ceremonies and rituals belong to the private ones. They call divination or reading. Divination and reading is very often requested by people from priests, which they call Hangan or Mambu, and in this case, priest has to be paid. In the public ceremonies, priests are not getting paid, and he's supposed to have a job, and he's supposed to have his own money, and the ceremony is free and everybody can enter it, but usually people bring donations and food, or whoever, somebody brings animals for sacrifices and things like that. So in the private ceremonies, priest, which is Hangan, he's always getting paid, and his fees depends on what kind of service is going to be performed, and who is the client, and what exactly he has to do. So in the divination of reading is requested for seeing the future, or for reading fortune or past, or sometimes connection with certain spirits. This can be done by either cards or watering candles, and there's I believe a few other ways. Another service called baths, which is a spiritual baths, and usually it's requested by client for the certain goal, to help him to achieve a particular goal. Or another reason is to remove the negativity and to clear mind and things like that. The next ceremony is called Vanga. Vanga, it's a spell, and these spells could be done for various different things, and requests includes spells for love, money, work, revenge, or set of good energy, any kind. The next one is, and the last one that I'm going to be covering, it's called Anwamo, and this is ritual that is performed in order to send a spirit of the dead against an enemy, or to protect someone from certain bad things. So that's about it. I've covered just general and most common are rituals and ceremonies, but there is a lot of many others that are being practiced by Voodoo people. And also I would like to mention that Voodoo doll, that it's with the sticky needles in it, has nothing to do with their Voodoo religion, and it's been brought to or being associated with the Voodoo religion only because of the horror movies, and also because of one of the organizations. It's called New Orleans Voodoo, but it's actually more of the Western practices, and it has nothing to do with the Haitian or African actual Voodoo religion. This is it, and I hope you like this video. Thank you. Bye bye.